be able to go out there and kind of look and explore a little bit on what the students are doing. The students right now, what they're doing, their main thing is they're doing they're doing a test right now because it's the end of the term. They're doing all 4 different types of welds. One weld they do is the butt weld. That's where they take 2 pieces of metal and they butt them up against each other, and then they do this weld here. That's a very common weld. They do a lap weld where they take one on top of the other and they lap it together. A T, and then also a corner weld. So this is the 4 basic types of welds that you will see very commonly when you do a welding process. So that's what we teach a lot in here, is these 4 basic welds. And then if they get the opportunity, they'll take some pipe and they'll weld some pipe together that you're seeing here. Okay? So welding is a very hot process because we're getting the steel beyond its melting point, so it's beyond 2,000 degrees. Okay, we got to get hot enough so it melts and then fuses together, which means you can create pretty much anything that you can think of, which is awesome because you can create all sorts of stuff. What do we create out of metal? Buildings. What else? Cars. What has Ford recently done with their car frames? Are there any Ford fans in here? No!
Ford fans.
There's no Ford fans in here. What has Ford recently done with their chassis? You change it to aluminum. So they've gone from steel like this and they've gone to aluminum now. So they've gone to an aluminum-based alloy that they're doing with their welds. So now they're going to this. They're going to this type of metal. They've gone from steel, now they're going to aluminum. Okay? What's the advantage? Hold your hands out. Which one's lighter? The aluminum's lighter. So that way you can, if you get involved in engineering, engineering principles and those things, you can make lighter cars for what?
More fuel efficient.
More fuel efficient, yeah. It's like, you know.
But then when they crack,
Materials kept cheaper. Aluminum's actually a cheaper material too. So if you can use a cheaper material to produce something, then you save money. Yeah, you have your profits better there. All right, so that's a little bit about welding, a little bit about metal and material. We're gonna let you go out there and watch the students. A couple things you gotta know. First, you gotta wear safety glasses in case of something spatters or pops, because you're hearing a lot of it out there right now. If the students are grinding or doing anything with the material, you gotta wear safety glasses, okay? You gotta wear safety glasses when you're out there, that's one thing. If you want to weld, I told the students it's okay, but you gotta wear gloves, you gotta wear a welding jacket, and there are probably not enough for everybody. There are a few extra ones in the corner that you could wear. You also need to wear what is called a welding helmet. You'd have to wear a helmet like this. Okay, so here's the welding jacket. Here's the welding jacket you wear. You see the students out there wearing welding jackets. You will not be able to see out of the helmet when you have the helmet on until you strike the arc. An arc is the electricity jumping an air gap, and it jumps the air gap that's so bright that you have to protect your eyes. Okay. Also, when you're walking around, don't stare at the welding arc. Okay, it'll cause welding blindness. Okay, and what that is you'll feel like sand in your eyes in the morning. You'll feel like you'll have all the sand and junk in your eyes. Okay, so do not watch the arc because it causes welding blindness. Okay, it's a temporary thing. It's like a sunburn. You know, if you're out in the sun too long, you get a sunburn, then it hurts, it heals, it pops, it itches real bad. Same thing. If it's really bright on the back of your retina, the same thing happens. Okay, the back of your retina will have basically will blister and pop, and that's what the sand in your eye feeling comes from. It's from the sand, your eye blistering and popping. Okay. So if you want to watch the welding process, you got to wear a helmet. If you're watching them, okay. You can look through the curtains, but do not stare at the welding process through the curtains. Okay, the curtains are there to help protect you from the arc as you walk by. Question?
Could it cause actual blindness?
If you're exposed enough, yes, today you're not going to be exposed probably enough. If you're doing it for 8 hours, you repetitively do this, yeah. But most welders, after they get welding blindness once, they won't ever do it again. Okay, so I got a pair of safety glasses for everybody. You can, what probably would be best to do is get into groups of 2. Partner up into groups of 2. And then pick out a station. We have stations all around the perimeter that you can watch people weld at. Okay? Some of them are in different processes. What you're mainly going to see what is called MIG welding, and that's with the wire-fed gun. I have a couple students that are in welding 3 that are more advanced welders. They're doing some test plates to practice, become like a certified welder. We don't certify you here, but we do things to help you get ready for that. So when you go to a 2-year program, you go somewhere there, they do test plates like this for weld certification. So here's a test plate that some of them are working on. They're stick welding, and then I've got a student out here just working on a project. Okay, so these are test plates. You would weld them with a stick weld, and then we would grind one side, and we'd see if there's any slag inclusion or anything in there to see if it would pass. Problem with welding is if you get slag, if you're a person that's welding and you get improper weld techniques, or if you have slag inclusion, the weld will fail and break. Okay, you don't want your welds to fail and break, so that's why they do these certain tests to certify welders. Once you become a certified welder, well, that's a whole different story. I have to talk to you a lot about that, but we won't get into that. But that's what they're practicing to do to help them prepare for certification tests, if that's something they want to do later on as they go to 2-year college, or if they go work for business and industry. Okay. Other questions you have? Okay. Everybody got a partner? Okay, try and pick out a booth along the outside and you can watch. We're getting your safety glasses. I've got some extra welding helmets in the back room, so after we get your safety glasses, we'll go get the helmets. And then also there's some extra jackets, so if you want, some of you can participate a little bit if you want to. You're just not, you don't have to do anything. If you're feeling uncomfortable about anything, don't do it. Just observe today. Assume all metal is hot. So if you see any metal laying around, don't grab it with your hand. Make sure you check it. See if it's hot or not. Okay, because they're welding. The welds get at least over 2,000 degrees to melt the material. Okay. So that's what we're doing. All right, let's get you some safety glasses, then we'll go over there.